Hi, welcome back. On this video here, I want to do some more refactoring uh, with our little applications here. I think we should include many of these things, the header, the footer, in other parts of our file structure, all right? So here on my SQL, what I want to do is I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to create a new folder called includes, enter. And then in includes, I'm going to create two files. I'm gonna right click on it and I'm gonna create one file called header.php. So we're gonna be putting our header there. I'm gonna right click again and create another one called footer.php. All right. And what I want to do, I want to start with the first function here. All right. So the first function is create, because we are doing the CRUD, and I want to take all this, everything that has to do with the head of the document, and that it starts with the body right here. So everything that has to do with the head, I want to take it off. And I'm going to put, and what I did, I took it off with the ads, all right? So make sure you cut it off. So command or controls, not C, cut, command control C, copy, command C, command X or control X, all right? Just make sure you do that. So that way we can have it here, and we're going to include it. We're going to use the function includes and include actually. And if I can get this here, that would be nice. And we say it's in a file called includes, and it's called header.php. All right, so we are going to be including this header. We're going to do it right now, right here. Paste that information in there, and let's go check that read to see if this file create, I'm sorry, it's working right. Let's do that. Let's go check it out to see if it's still there. There we go. So it's working. Now let's go and grab the footer. All right, let's grab the footer from here. So make sure this div here. Okay. So we don't have anything on the footer. We just have these little three divs here. I'm just gonna take it off. Let's put some PHP tags. And remember what I do, Command X or Control X to cut it. So that way you can still have those in your, when you paste it with your mouse. All right. So includes footer. All right, let's go to the actually footer.php, and we have that up here also, header.php. Okay, so let's go to footer and paste it here. Perfect. All right, so let's make sure that it works. All right, we're working. If we check source, we can see that they're here and that our head is here too. All right. All right, perfect. So what I want to do is I want to copy this. Let's copy this includes into the next files, right? And take it off and just copy this. So the next one is CRUD is update. I'm going by the acronym CRUD, C-R-U-D. All right. So update. Let's take the head out and let's include it. All right. Let's do that. And the next one, and I'm going to include the footer after I finish including the header. All right. So the next one is the delete, right? All right, we got create, update, actually update. We got update, then actually it was read, create, and read was the next one. Sorry, guys. All right, let's just do read. We got a mess here. We need to fix this one too here, but let's just take this out. Take this one out. And we need to fix read into a function. Let's just make sure that we do that. All right. We need to read this, create it into a function. So let's get it out of here. And this is a mess. We need a connection too. So let's go ahead and do all that. So let's just include a connection here. This one needs everything. db.php. All right. So we got the connection here. Let's include a couple of them. The functions, and that's in the read right here. All right, the functions is something that we need to include there too. All right, now let's take this out of here. This connection, we don't need this connection. Let's just take everything out right here. And let's take this query out of here. Let's make it into a function. How about that? I think if we take it into a function, it would be a lot better than just leaving it here. Let's just take this out and just make sure we close that. Take it into functions and let's call this read. So we have create, then we should have show all data right here. As a matter of fact, we had it here. All right, so all we have to do is just, let me check something out first. Let's go back to it. All we're doing here is actually showing all the data, so we can call the same function right here. Perfect. So let's do that. Let's call that function right there. First, let's just put these files in two different PHP tags. Let's call that function right here. Let's go back to it. Let's call it, and it's called show all data. And let's go to login, and right here, show all data. So hold on, that function was actually showing all data, but then it has this, it's showing all this right here. So we call that function is gonna go and call all this, and we don't want that, because if we go back, we have this MySQL showing something else here. All right, so we're just gonna call this function something else. Let's just make it something else. All right, so let's go back and undo by pressing Command Z. All right, and let's just take this and just leave it the way it is there, and we're gonna put it into the functions. All right, so be careful with that, and just make the PHP tags in here. Be careful with that, with what I was about to do there. And let's just create another function. You see, this function is different because it's already pulling some other data. We don't want that. This function is going to be specific to read data. All right, because we are displaying something right here. We need to actually include this into our function too, into the read function. That's what we're going to be calling it. So we got the CRUD here, create. The next function should be read rows. All right, and let's go here, and you're gonna see in a minute what I mean. All right, if you don't understand it, this function is totally different from the one from the show data in the bottom, since the show data is gonna be echoing the ID. All right, that's what this function is doing. The other one is gonna be echoing all the rows. All right, so let's go back to the file and let's just take this out of here. Let's just take the whole thing out, even though we have to fix it. And we need to call that function right here, by the way. So I'm just gonna have some PHP tags waiting for it. All right. As a matter of fact, it's cleaner if we leave it like this. That's fine. All right. Let's go to the function and read rows right here. I'm just gonna copy all that in here. I'm just gonna take the HTML out, PHP tags, and let's see if we can fix this, if it looks a little better. There we go. It's looking better. Make sure that all the tags match, all the curly brackets, by clicking on it, and you can see the little hyphen under it. Click on this. Perfect. This should be the function right here. Perfect. All right, so I think we're good with this. All right, we will find out right now. We are good. All right, so Let's go ahead and call this from the login from here. All right, let's see how that comes out. Let's go to read undefined variable. Oh, all right, forgot the global. Remember to put the global connection all the time in there. Perfect. All right, there we go. As you can see there. All right, we don't have the pre-tags because we're not using it right here, but let's go back to that and we can use the pre-tags outside. So let's use the pre-tags right here. Let's wrap it around there, and it should look better right here now. There we go now. All right, so we're showing the first array here and the second array. All right, now it's not going to divide each array into each like we did on the last time, but it's going to do it like this. I think it's better like this if we show it only in one place here. So I mean, we did a lot here, and look at this, how this looks. Now we need to include, we have the header, we need to include the footer on these files here. So let's just go ahead and get the footer, and I believe the create has it. Create login underscore create has the footer, and let's go to the next one, CRUD update. Let's take the footer out of here and let's just include it there. The next one is, let me see, the read. We need to have the read also. Make sure we have the header for the read. We have the header. And what else? Update. Have that. We have that. Delete. We need to get delete done. So take this off. Let's copy first the header. Let's get the body out of there with this. Do we have the footer here? No, we don't. Let's get it from update. Hope you get the hang of it. Oops. All right, right here. This is for delete. Perfect. And make sure we have the header for it. Perfect. We can even include this form in another file just to make it cleaner. How about that? Huh? We can include that whole content in somewhere else if we wanted to, but I think this is okay since we don't have the same content everywhere else. We know that the header is the same and the footer is the same, so that way we can include it. So let's just double check that everything is working. Header, create is good, delete is good, update is good, and let's check read. Read looks good. Let's just check it here. Let's make sure. Let's start with CRUD, create. All right, let's do update. All right, we can use a little text center there on this form. Right here, a little class called text center. All right, just to center stuff. All right, so CRUD, the next one will be, so read, we checked on that already. Read and delete will be the next one. These files are looking good. Delete. Oops. Enter. Excuse me. All right. All right, perfect. So we are good to go. All right, I mean, there's nothing else we got to do here, and I think this was a good exercise for you to learn refactoring. And if you are with me still, great job if you follow everything here. If not, for some reason, just go back and rewind the videos or ask me the questions. All right, thank you again for watching this, and hopefully this will help you organize your applications a lot better. Take care.